Couple tips for your squat. You always want to make sure that you have a proper core brace. In terms of proper setup, kind of like our deadlifts, everyone's ideal setup is going to be a little bit different because it's based on your individual body proportions. But I always say start a little bit wider than hip width apart. Okay, we want to have our toes slightly turned out because that is going to allow us to hit a good amount of depth, especially if you have somewhat poor ankle mobility or hip mobility. Okay, it is a little bit more difficult to squat to a good squat depth if your toes are facing forward. How much of a rotation out, once again, is going to depend on your individual proportions. So we don't want to see our knees coming in as we go into our squat. One cue I always give my clients is to corkscrew their hips out. So think of your femurs or think of your legs and think about rotating them out. Essentially, what we want to do is we want to have our knees tracking over our toes. Okay, I sometimes say knee over baby toe just to reinforce the fact that we want the knees going wide instead of coming in, but knees over toes as you're coming down into that squat position.